Good news, no math for the rest of this presentation. I flunked calculus, and I shouldn't even admit that because I'm a pollster. So basically, I make up the numbers if you ever wanted to know about that. Those are 21 words. I'm going to get to that in a moment, but you know what? Half of the battle is policy, but the other half of the battle is communication. And if you're not communicating effectively, then you're not going to win. All the facts in the world don't mean anything if you don't know how to explain them. And the best example is Bill Clinton. Whether you voted for him or not, best communicator of the last 50 years. This guy, he felt your pain, Brian. Charles, he felt your pain. Senator Brock, he caused your pain. But at least he felt it while he was causing it. You mentioned John Kerry, and John Kerry. The problem with John Kerry was that he looked like the tree in The Wizard of Oz, the two apples of Dorothy. This was a guy he absolutely empathized with the next generation, with young people, but the guy never smiled. And all of his communication, all of his messaging, did you ever see him smile? His wife is worth $1 billion. If my wife were that rich, I'd be high-five in the sky. Someone said to me, you never met Teresa Heinz Kerry for $1 billion? I don't care. And you look at the Republican position. The president, I know you're split 50-50. You had John Kerry, who would never stop talking. You have George Bush, who could never start a sentence. I was asked, what does he need to do in the debates? 3 words, a noun, a verb, and some sort of punctuation. I have 21 words for the 21st century. By the way, the name of the book, and this is great for me and great for you. This is where we both can benefit. Put out a book. It's called Words That Work. It's sold by Hyperion. It's actually selling at the Barnes & Noble that's right near here. And there's a chapter on it on children. You can get it on Amazon, and it focuses on language. But I want to take out 21 words from here. The first one on the top is the most powerful of all. Imagine. If you're trying to communicate the importance of children in a budget, if you're trying to communicate the value of focusing on education and focusing on child health care and focusing on welfare, it's imagine. Imagine how proud we will be when every child has the health care that they need, the health care that they deserve. Imagine the strength of an economy and the strength of a society when every child is educated to their level and they are encouraged to achieve their dreams and go beyond. If I asked each one of you, in fact, I'm going to do it really quickly. Donna, when you think of kids, and I put the word imagine, what do you imagine? Imagine learning. Give me a little bit more. We're not Bush here. You can give me a full sentence. Yes. She painted a picture. That's what Imagine does. And each one of you have your own picture of success, because that's what Imagine is all about. The thing that we found most powerful in the word Imagine is imagine children who are passionate about learning. I saw moms melt. And by the way, this is New York City, where moms are mean. I mean, is anyone here from New York City? Over here? Get the hell out. It's with the idea that teachers who are passionate about their students and students who are passionate about education, that's what Imagine is all about. Innovation. It's not about doing it. When you talk about kids, if it's just about dollars and cents, you're not going to win the battle. You're not going to win communication. And I understand that you've changed it to investment from spending. You're going to follow me everywhere, aren't you? Hi, you missed your shot. Innovation is what we're looking for young people, because innovation is totally about the future. Innovation is taking a process that we use right now and doing it even better, more effective, more efficient. It's not the dollars that we spend on children that matter. It's how that money is spent. Am I right? That's the way you communicate that transcends left and right, Republican and Democrat, which is what this organization does right here. It's the quality of the investment rather than the quantity. And innovation says more efficient, more effective, and it also says smarter, which is what we're looking for. Those last words, renew, revitalize, rejuvenate, restore, rekindle, reinvent. My colleague who's coming after me works for Hillary Clinton, so you can't use any of this stuff. By the way, just for the record, Hillary Clinton's the most popular political figure among young women. Women 15, 16, 18, 20 years old, she's such a role model. But 50 and older, she's really disliked. And number one reason why older men don't like Hillary Clinton, she reminds them all of their first wife. This is definitely a Republican, a Democratic crowd, I can tell. Don't worry. To make it even, Newt Gingrich reminds women of their first husband. When Newt Gingrich left office, the Unabomber had a higher favorability rating. Renew our commitment to the next generation. Revitalize our education system, our healthcare system, the way that we deliver social services. Rejuvenate the passion that young people have for the world around them. Restore our belief in the American dream. The most powerful thing you can do in a communication, I'm going to make it hard because he's got to give me the 1-minute warning and I'm out here and he's back there. I want you to raise your hands to these two questions. How many of you believe that you have a better quality of life than your parents did when they were your age? If your quality of life is better than theirs, raise your hands. Almost everybody in this room. Now raise your hands if you truly believe that your children will have a better quality of life than you when they get to be your age. Look at how few hands go up. If you begin your presentation with that question to any audience, you'll hear a murmur. People will look around and they will be depressed. And then you have the chance to make your case. That's about restoring the commitment to the American dream. Because the number one definition of the American dream is being able to leave a better quality of life, a better country, more opportunities for our children than what we got ourselves. And restoring the American dream and rekindling the American spirit, the can-do spirit, and reinventing the way that we deliver services, the way we help young people. This is language that you apply that will be effective, that transcends ideology, that doesn't get caught up in a presidential campaign, which everything else is going to get caught up with. A couple other things, then I promise you I will be done. Peace of mind. The greatest fear when you ask parents, what is the greatest fear you have? It's not about getting sick. That's number 2. It's not about running out of money. That's number 3. The greatest fear that a parent has is that somehow their children will be ill or that their children will not succeed or something will happen to their kids. It is a thing that we think about from the moment we wake up in the morning until the moment we go to sleep at night. An investment in children is peace of mind for every individual, that our kids will have what they need to succeed in the tough life of the 21st century. We know what the challenges are there. This is not an investment in children. This is an investment in the country. This is an investment in a generation. This is an investment in us when we invest in them. Because we won't have to be afraid of the school that they're in. Because we won't have to be afraid that we don't know where they are because there aren't any after-school programs. Or they don't have the immunization that they need. None of this. That's what peace of mind is all about. And then the word up top, of course, investment. You've got to make it clear what you are talking about. Just saying the word investment makes you sound like a politician. And other than used car salesman, there's no occupation now that's less popular. In fact, a house member is actually less popular than a used car salesman, which is why they now call them certified pre-owned cars. Which is basically saying we are guaranteeing that someone beat the hell out of this car before you bought it. You take this kind of language and you apply it to what you're doing, and you won't get the numbers that the Urban Institute presented you. It won't be 0.5%. It'll be a heck of a lot more because you will have humanized it, you will have individualized it, and you will have personalized it. And that's what they're looking for in terms of language for you to be successful in getting more success for the next generation. And I'll respond to questions later on. Thank you.